It's weird that they gave over Zeri on red side. I mean, it did get hit on 12-4, but I think the Q got some kind of change on crit to make it still viable and very strong. Might be wrong. Anyway, Viego, Ahri, 1-2. Blind pick Ahri. I'm really against blind pick Ahri. I don't know why everyone's blind picking Ahri. Damon was blind picking Ahri. I think I'm not going to be a win rate Andy here, but I feel like people are over tunneling on the solo queue versus competitive win rate of this champ. Like, in solo queue, this champ's good, but I think right now it's losing every game. Yeah, it's 0-3. Okay. Yeah, blind pick Ahri, not a fan. I mean, you have a lot of picks into Ahri. You can go 4-5. They go Yuumi on 3 as expected, I think, with Zeri. Makes sense. Ban out supports. Okay, Nautilus is the only one they want to ban. They go Gwen on 4 blind. Why don't they match mid here? I guess they're scared of giving them blind pick Gwen. And Hirit can't play Akali or something. They don't have... I think picking Akali on 4 to deter them from picking Gwen blind and then picking Gwen on 5. I think flexing Ahri on 4 is better if they blind Gwen. If they blind Gwen here, you have so many angles for mid. You can go Akali mid, pick a champ into Gwen, like Jax. You can go Akali top into Gwen and pick a champ mid into Ahri, like, I don't know, Kassadin. Yeah, I think they should have picked Akali on 4. What happens if G2 blind pick Akali top in this game when things like Jace are banned? I wonder. Anyway, Tryndamere is good into Gwen, of course. So, what I noticed when I was watching this game, now I didn't watch it much live. I only watched it live when G2 started throwing. So I didn't see too much of the early stages. But it felt like they had 3 winning lanes. See, Zlatan's really far behind because of the level 1. He only has 3 camps right now. Luckily gets level 3. The thing is, with the problem they have now is, I didn't even see that. Was it a level 1 invade bot side? Level 1 invade top side, take red raptors. Move into his blue side after his wolves. Trade wolves, Krugs. Take his blue Gromp. Holy shit, Jankos is so far ahead. And bot is ahead as well because they dove. And know what happens when bot is ahead? It means Jinx is fine in isolation. She has both thumbs up. Bot lane is absolutely out of gas. Pyke can roam mid. Ahri gets push. Gets a free base. This is really good. This is really good. They have insane tempo on the map. Jungle's ahead. Bot's ahead because they're stacking a wave. And mid is going to be back in lane. Jankos can base, come out bot side and control Drake really easily here. Top wins in isolation. Like, the map is in such a good state. The only risk they had here was Broken Blade had no vision top side, so maybe he was a bit vulnerable. He wants to go to his Raptor respawn from level 1. I think this is a mistake by Jankos. He should know that this is down already. If Zlatan's smart, he's always going to juggle this on respawn. And he's always going to be late to the play. Yeah, he needs to go to Drake. Okay, he's going down towards bot side now, which is good. Bot always has perma prio and Pyke always has first move. So no matter what Sindao does to like match Viego here, Pyke will always be able to be here first. Caps is always here first as well because support has prio into mid. And then 4-man dive bot. Yeah, they missed their spells. Good chunk though, good chunk. This gives Akali a turn so she can push in base here, which kind of affects G2 a bit. I think Cap shouldn't have dropped mid too hard there, but I can see why they go for bot dive. Top gets a solo kill. Small problem. Akali gets a free base. Oh no, she overstayed. Oh, VTO's murdering his tempo here. He's sitting on a Doran shield, Dark Seal, and catching a top wave. And Gwen's going mid. Yeah, Zlatan, wherever he goes, like, enemy mid is there or enemy support is there with Jankos. Look, support's coming back out after bot wave's been pushed in. I think they should have done Drake already. Like, they had so much windows to do Drake already after this bot dive, before this bot dive, with mid push, with bot push. So, small mistake, I think, by G2 not to play for neutrals after having so much bot side control. When they have this much bot push and mid push, they should have just done an early Drake and sacked bot and gone to Herald. Anyway, they get Herald. They can use this mid to crack the game open. I don't actually know where they use it. We're going to find Zlatan again. Nice try on the hook. They should not Herald top here. It's quite bad, I think, the Herald top here. It doesn't really get you much. Unless they get a full dive and they want to take a full tower, then I would get it, but I still don't think it's worth it. They're still going to do it. I don't know. I don't like this Herald too much when you have so much mid and bot push. 3 plates bot means bot towers insta-dead. Drake is free. Herald mid gets mid to basically 1 HP if you're hitting it. Secures Drake as well. All this does is give 2 plates over to Tryndamere. Doesn't even get you a full tower. So, not a huge fan of this. But, I mean, I guess Tryndamere might have his mythic in base for it. No, he doesn't. So, okay, this roam. How did Caps even get to bot without his bot lane knowing? What does Caps do? He blows mid wave and runs bot side, right? Simple as. Pink's coming in. They should have known this is happening. Neon's just greeting to push the wave in. Maybe he thinks he can jump. I think he should have tanked the Pyke, cleanse, and then jumped to the wall. Mechanical mistake, I think, or communication mistake. It's illegal for a mid laner to push out 1 wave, run bot in a competitive game, and get a double kill on an even wave state. VTO hovers top to try and cover out Broken Blade from crashing this wave into tier 2 to make sure it's a good wave state for Hirit when he comes back to catch it, and he won't lose creeps. VTO's going to chase him here, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have tier 2 boots, and he does, so he's always going to get away. Maybe if you got him range for ult 1, then he could do something. So VTO is going to stay actually and catch top wave. Here it's going to catch mid wave. Cool. Good juggling by Misfits to catch waves. Problem is they have no map pressure whatsoever, so G2 can do this. A small mistake there by Jankos, but I guess he just wanted the Brazil scoreline, so I respect it. So VTO got a kill onto Jankos and got double buffs. Does it change the game? No. Oh my god, Broken Blade just took his red. Oh my god, it's a montage in top side. He's gonna die though, isn't he? Or? Oh, everyone's so low HP. Ah, unlucky. Again, small mistake. Small mistake. Shutdown over to Akali. Akali will never get a shutdown on herself, but she's actually a lot closer to what Ahri is right now. Is Zlatan gonna die on the invade here? Caps is gonna blast gun over. It's too late. I think it's gone. Oh, he doesn't have smite. Oh, he gets it as well. Oh my god, Zlatan lost red to Broken Blade, lost blue to Caps. Are you kidding? How depressing is that? Oh my god, poor Zlatan. G2 have both side towers, so they can push into move mid, or they can just take this Herald and Herald mid. Like, this tower will die no matter what. They don't have any wave clear Misfits. They have literally no wave clear. Oh, VTO, small mistake. Almost dies. Ooh, almost kills Flacket for it, though. Broken Blade's gonna dive top again. It's another solo kill. Yeah, this matchup seems doomed for Gwen. Already. They can Herald mid tier 2 here if they want. They take top tier 2. Like, the acceleration in this game is beyond normal. This is just an absolute stomp. Oh, maybe they can get a pick here. Oh my god, really good map read by Jankos and Caps. They're going to collapse on Broken Blade on this wave because he has no ult. Now Herald bot tier 2. All tier 2s down at 17 minutes into the game. Bot tier 3 down. They're 14,000 gold ahead. They're 14,000 gold ahead. So what happens? They Herald crash onto tier 4. They have mid and bot wave, so I can understand why they're staying here. They take the Nexus tower. They overdive here a bit into Gwen Yuumi. So big mistake, of course. They give a shutdown. They give another shutdown. They give another shutdown. So they give 4 kills over to Misfits. So now the gold is 10k. So they went from 14k to 10k gold lead. Does the game change too much? No, not really. A little bit, but that's not game losing, right? It's not over. The game is so fucking favored for G2 right now with these 2 inhibs. They control the whole game. The only small problem G2 have is they haven't been cycling Jakes quickly enough. And now Misfits have denied this one. It took them a while to get the first one, and now Misfits have denied another, and they get an objective bounty. So, still 10k gold lead for G2. It's a very easy way to play the game, though. All you do is you have your Tryndamere, push in bot, hover between 2 lanes, and you play 4-man topside. That's exactly what they're going to do. Have your Tryndamere pushing bot and mid, and you hover top, and you have to crack this. The second the third inhib's cracked, that's it. There's too many creeps. They cannot defend on 1.5 items. So let's see how they do it. Broken Blade's pushing in. G2, I think, pushed top wave too quickly. They pushed top wave way too quickly. They should slow down on top pushes. Broken Blade is just here to be a distraction. Cool, top tier 3 is dead. Perfect. Now they just need to not get engaged on. They got engaged on. Broken Blade, what is... It doesn't matter. Okay, they should not get engaged on. But even if they get engaged on here, Broken Blade should just be able to end. Not end, but like, you know what I mean. He should be able to just hit towers. Or even what Broken Blade could do is, as they're doing this, he could walk up here and just take their inhib. So they're 3 inhibs down. Anyway, what he does instead is he dives the Gwen on Nexus towers and then tries to kill him on the fountain and then ends up dying 1v1 to the Gwen, which is ridiculous how much map pressure you just dropped. The alternative play here, again, is just push in this top wave, take top tier 3, and then just set up Nash. And not overforce, and leave Broken Blade in the base. And if they want to run to Nash, Broken Blade ends. If they don't want to run to Nash, then you get a free Nash, right? All Broken Blade has to do is sit here. So, I feel like G2 have a free Nash right now. Anyway, they get engaged on. Flacket dies, he has no flash. VTO gets 2 kills, they have to back off. 3 people die for G2. Jankos turns. That's a big mistake to turn. 4 people die for G2. 5 people die for G2. And now they get a Nash. Okay, that's a big throw. The reason that's a big throw is because you already took 2 of their inhibs. So every single, like, let's look at the last, I'll just show you why in a visual way. Let's count how many waves Jinx and Ahri have farmed in the last, from 19 minutes onwards, okay? Jinx and Ahri are going top on a stacked wave, so there's about 3 creeps there. They missed that wave, so they get a wave together. Ahri and Jinx have had 1 wave together. 1 wave. Zeri and Gwen get a full cannon wave, full super creep wave. There's turbo wave stacked up for Gwen. So this is the second wave they're going to share. So in the last minute, they've had 2 waves shared. And there's so many waves coming into them. Look, this is Misfits wave, this is Misfits wave, this is Misfits wave. All these waves are coming into them. So the second you lose this fight, the amount of standing gold on the map is ridiculous. Huge wave for Xin Zhao Gwen, 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 huge wave for Akali, Nash, jungle camps. Everything is up. What's up for G2? Well, they have bot side jungle. That's it. That's it. That's literally all they have. So the second you lose a fight, when you're this far ahead on inhibs, you don't actually, you can't actually get anything unless you actually force the play properly. Broken Blade makes a big mistake. They get Nash. Okay. So Misfits get caught here. I thought the game was won for G2 here. Because Misfits get caught, but I think they must have played it bad. So Gwen is insta-dead. Targamas doesn't get the reset. Yuumi, insta-dead. Caps goes a bit far here. VTO gets 1. Flakkid has no flash. 1 pops Targamas 2. Zlatan's kiting Broken Blade, he dies. Flakkid and Broken Blade versus Herald. I thought the game was won here. The game is won here for G2. There's still a lot of respawn timers, and there's a third inhib up. This inhib is free. The thing is also Broken Blade, I can see why he's ulting here, but I also can't see why he's ulting. So Broken Blade ults to get his full his Fury Rage, whatever. He E-flashes onto Zlatan to get full Rage, and then he pops ult for Rage. Look, he ulted now. If he had ult here, they could end. Jankos hits. He kills VTO. Takes VTO. Hit. Oh, Jankos does grief a lot of these auto attacks. Could they have ended? No. Even if Jankos played it well, they wouldn't have been able to end. So let's take this game as in this state. They could have taken inhib. And they could have taken inhib Nexus Tower, but they went for Nexus Tower end. Now, the game's not over. They have an open Nexus at 22 minutes. They have no towers in the game. So when they have no towers in the game and you have a mid-tier one, let me try to explain it to you like lines. There's lines in the game. Not so much lines that teams talk about, but kind of like subconscious lines. Where when everyone's towers are up, tier ones, the lines in the game obviously is the river. This is the line in the game, right? If you push past that line into their jungle, you're being risky right now. This is kind of risky. If you're here, you're probably griefing. Yeah? But now imagine all of those towers are dead. Let's say for G2, these towers are dead. Where's G2's line when they only have tier 2s up? Well, their line is a lot more here, as pretty safe. Like, you probably own this jungle if you have waves pushed in. Risky? Probably here, right? They have 2 lines to play on. 1 line here would be very risky. Now you imagine they're only having tier 3s. Where's the risky line? Well, this is all G2. They own this map, especially with this mid-tier one, because it's like, this mid-tier one kind of gives you control here, right? So when you take their tier 3s, their tier 2s, and they only have tier 3s, you're pretty much fine up until here. This is your side. This is what you own in the game right now, right? This is it. You own all of this, right? If you have no tier 3s, this is your line. They're stuck in their base. If they have no tier 4s, they can't leave. They can't leave their inhib line almost. When you have mid-tier 1 up, you own this in the game. So even though the gold kind of recuperated a bit for Misfits, it's so early in the game that G2 still have a mid-tier 1. They literally own the whole map. When G2 comes back out on the map and they respawn and they push in waves, Misfits can't really pass here because they have to be scared of backdoors. Their comms ward every single possible angle that they can come from. Everything. Find wards anywhere to make sure they can't get backdoored by G2. Getting these jungle camps is only because G2 died. They know they have a tiny bit of room to work with. The second G2 respawn, I mean, they can't do anything. So now they're going to be stuck here. No matter what. So G2 own every Drake. They own every Nash. And for the rest of the entire game, Misfits have to be scared of a backdoor. No matter what. That's it. The entire game, they have to be scared of Broken Blade, pushing in one wave, and then everyone has to make sure they answer or catch him. On top of that, Broken Blade wins 1v1 against Gwen. He beats Gwen 1v1. So not only do Misfits have to juggle Broken Blade's side lane, they also have to commit 2 or 3 members to kill him every single time. So even though G2 threw 7k gold or whatever it is, this game is still over. They should win this game no matter what. The problem for them is they don't have any Dragon Soul for a while. But still, they should be fine. You see what I mean by they have to commit 2 members? VTO always has to hover here it so they can contest. And they can never leave. This pink ward is keeping them control here. That's it. So G2, all they have to do right now is keep waves pushed in. Make sure Misfits is jailed in their base. Wait for Nash. Do Nash. and slow the game down. It's very important, like these games here, it's very important that you do not let momentum shift. Because Misfits just won 2 fights back-to-back and got a Nash, and G2 were stomping them. And the momentum shift is now in Misfits' favor. G2 needs to make sure they push that momentum back and relax. You just chill. You wait for Nash to spawn. You keep them in their base. You don't take any fight. Don't let Akali engage on you. You start Nash, you get Nash. Things like this turns the game into a fiesta. Things like this turn the game into a fiesta. Because you're trading 1-for-1 in their base. Again, why? Why? What's the point in trading 1-for-1 in their base? Flackage lost Flash as well. Jankos is going to try and hit their inhib. He's going to die as well now. We're just being an int train here. How can we keep control if everyone's just dying? Now Misfits aren't under pressure. They can push out bot now. They can push out top now. They can push out mid. Now that line that they were stuck on here has now gone to here because you're dead. So that just gives them a bit more control for no reason. LCK is very good at this. LCK is very good at holding those lines. I'm using lines as an analogy or like a kind of way to express a visual way of understanding it. See how Misfits are now past their base? This is all because G2 died. Why are they past their base? Because they have vision and waves pushed out into the middle of each lane. So now the fact that they don't have towers doesn't matter because G2 gave them control. Eventually when G2 recoup, push in waves, they should be able to push them back into their nexus again. But these 2 deaths just gave Misfits a mid-tier 1. Now they're only 4k down. Gold doesn't matter too much, but the amount of control they have is ridiculous right now. But now Broken Blade again, push bot. They push mid, top's pushed, and now eventually Misfits are going to be pushed back into this circle. You'll see them get kind of like herded back into their base because they're scared. They have no towers. Look, all in base, that's it, back into their line. But you have to keep them in there. So G2 are trying to start Nash. You can see G2 are nervous. You can see they're nervous and they're stressed. They're forcing Nash when Ahri is in base and Tryndamere doesn't have a bot wave to force an end. They're just starting it. Because they're like, oh, should we start Nash? When top wave's still coming in and there's a mid wave here. So I'll teach you guys one concept. This is called the payback Nash. So a lot of Barons when you teach teams Barons and you learn Barons, there's many different Barons, right? There's even a Baron called the Huni Baron. You know what the Huni Baron is? The Huni Baron is when your top laner pushes bot so far to the fact where he's hitting their towers, enemy team comes to kill him, and you trade it for Nash. That's the Huni Baron. You trade your top laner for Nash because he's so strong that they have to do 3 members to kill him, and your Baron's too slow to rush it down, and you can't end, so you make your top laner die to get Nash. That's a common thing to do. Payback Nash is when you push in lanes all the way till their tier 3s, you start it, and as they show on waves, they don't have enough time to come and collapse and stop you from doing Nash. This is another way of doing Baron, right? The second I start Nash and you show on these top waves, I know that by the time you clear this wave, you can't get to the Baron in time because it's dead. But the problem is their waves are here. This one's coming in and it'll meet here, and Broken Blade's trying to rotate across. So they have nothing to play off. They have no waves to play off. They have no vision to play off. And they have no threat in the event to play off. And their Nash is not super fast. So this Nash doesn't make sense. They have to relax. They really have to relax. Let Caps go top and push. Let Flacket push mid. Let Broken Blade push bot. Wait for them to show on waves. Get control in their jungle. Relax. Broken Blade. As long as Broken Blade is alive, he's almost like a TF Destiny right now. Imagine that there's a lane phase and you have a TF ult, and the enemy laner doesn't want to walk up and fight you because he knows TF ult's up. This is the similar situation here with Tryndamere. Akali and Gwen can't go to Nash. They can't try to contest vision around Nash. Because there's always this looming threat of Tryndamere just killing Gwen and ending the game because he wins 1v1, right? So VTO has to permanently cover bot or get some vision or like hover around or help them push out and then come together. They have double TP, which is good. Flacket comes out of base. Cool. Let's contest mid waves. Problem is, Misfits, those deaths in mid gave Misfits so much control now this mid tier 1's down. But the biggest threat is this. Second he starts pushing, look, assistance pings. Here it's saying like, guys, I don't win 1v1. I need someone to cover if he pushes far. The problem Broken Blade has is he can't fight Gwen because they have no mid push. All that happened is Zeri collapses down. Like, they're going to get caught again. Like, this is ridiculous. VTO is, I don't know, he's smurfing this game, but Jankos should never die here. Like, he has no pressure bot. They have no, like, they have nothing on the map. I mean, obviously we're looking from a map hack here, and Jankos is covering Caps to push out top. Good play by Misfits, I think, though. They just completely dropped midwave and ran 4-man top. That's actually a catch off guard. That's a catch off guard there. And that pick gives them Nash. But you can see the threat Broken Blade has in base. VTO has to base instantly to defend this. G2 are getting forced on. Neon gets the kill. Schlatan goes on Caps. Caps has to ult away. He eventually dies. Broken Blade gets dealt with because VTO bases and covers. Like, Misfits are playing really well. And they're kind of making G2 so fucking dizzy right now. G2 lost all of their control now. That's it. Gone. You can't end this G2 because they always have Nash recall, right? So now that they have Nash, look at the waves that they can play on. They can move out of their base. Those lines we were talking about, them being from here, you know, now it's almost like this. Now G2 are the ones who can't walk up. Yes, you can maybe sneak your Tryndamere like a psycho over here to force an end, but it doesn't matter. They just pop a Baron recall and stop you. And the biggest problem they have right now, G2, experience. 2 inhibs down for 5 minutes or whatever. Level 18 to level 16, level 14 to level 15, level 17 to level 15, level 11 to level 15. XP gives you so much value in late game. Like, items are one thing, and you can say like, well, Misfits, Neon has 4 items, Flak gets close to 4 items, sure. But experience right now is ridiculous. So Misfits going to 1-3-1 because they have double TP. Here it gets caught here, but I think Misfits do really well to collapse. Neon cleans up Broken Blade. Caps can't do shit here. His champ's basically useless at this point in the game, I think, especially with these items. Like, he doesn't do anything versus this. They get bot inhib, they go for the end. They have to back off here, though, because Vito takes a back chunk. The problem they have here is Mersa goes really low on mana. He's out of mana. If Mersa was full mana here, I think Misfits could stay. But I think Vito gets this last heal, and now Mersa's probably saying, back, I'm just back, please, just back. I'm out of mana. Can't do anything. And if they all 3 die there, it's a 50-second death timer. They could probably just run it down and end. They don't need any creeps. Good pick onto Herald. Get some soul. Okay, G2 have I would say G2 have a small chance, but they really don't. Problem is now they're just so far behind. Misfits controls both sides because they win over both sides now, because Akali, I guess, is matching Tryndamere on purpose, or is just buffing up Nash waves. Or Gwen just doesn't want to match Tryndamere. One of those two. Still a looming threat of Broken Blade being able to end now. But yeah, the thing is, Misfits don't have Nash now. Nash is timed out, so now G2 can start to contest a bit. Look for a pick on this Akali, but I think VTO 1v2s them. He just one-shots this fucking Viego. Broken Blade gets called out again. Broken Blade and Jankos got called out a lot this game. And G2 traded for a Nash. So this is what the Huni... Remember I was talking to you guys about the Huni Baron? This is kind of like the Huni Baron, you know? You send your top laner bot, 3 people collapse to kill him, while your team does Nash. Now this was a bit of a scuffed version, but this is what the Huni Baron basically is. And now by the time it takes them to run all the way up, G2 just about finish it. But the problem is they can't get out. Maybe if they... The thing is, they stay for the fight, but they lose the fight. I think Flakkit could have easily gotten out here. But I think the call here from their team was just stay, fight, because he cancels his recall. Problem is you're fighting 3 versus 4 because Targamas is not even here. And Gwen collapses. So even if you're running out, it's impossible to win. Titanic Hydra cancel his base, you think? Oh yeah, did Titanic... Oh, you're right, VTO. Yeah, Titanic Hydra cancel his base. And they win the game. Wow. I just don't believe Misfits won this game. Yo, rep 2, thanks for 3 months.